Welcome. Today I got a game for you guys between Panda Burn and Zaloog Warrior. Not a big fan of playing Panda Burn or playing against Panda Burn, but I like to try to give you guys a variety on the channel of different decks, so I hope you enjoy it and have a good time.
It's time to duel!
Giving you guys a quick glance at each other's hands when we start. Maybe you guys can have an idea of what's going to happen. The Warrior deck opens with Graceful Charity. Pretty good start. Draw 3, discard 2 cards. Discards a Zaloog and a Sinister Serpent. Excellent combo there. Zaloogs in his hand aren't that great. You want to tutor them out with Mystic Tomatoes and stuff, which he does summon here. As long as I don't summon anything too strong, I don't think it's anything to worry about right now. Sets a back row and ends his turn. So Panda Burn is kind of like just a rush deck of burning plus piercing damage, so ideally I want to try and set a couple back rows with an Ojama Trio and start burning them immediately. Put them on a timer. Summon Giant Rat gives me access to basically every card in my deck. And I activate Level Limit Area B. I don't want to attack into it just in case they have the Zaloog and something happens in the back row. But Level Limit also works very well in conjunction with this deck because many of the monsters are level 3. I chose not to set my Giant Rat as well just in case my opponent had Nobleman of Crossout or some type of card like Mystic Swordsman. Gets back Sinister, sets a second back row. I guess he has no out to the level limit right now or a play to do after he destroys the level limit. I set a card. It's definitely going to be some type of flip effect because I would probably normal summon any other card. Hopefully he doesn't have Nobleman of Crossout here. So, the Warrior deck sets another card. If it's a Chaos Warrior, it could be Magician of Faith, getting him a Graceful Charity, so it's important to try to deal with set monsters as soon as possible when you see a Pot of Greed or a Graceful Charity or something powerful spell-wise in their graveyard, because if I don't stop it, it could get out of hand. So I guess I can show him what my flip effect monster is. So I flip summon Day Koala. It deals 400 damage to my opponent for each card in their hand. Definitely very strong in the beginning of the game, but later on as the game goes, it will deal less damage obviously, unless you're playing against a control deck of some kind, like Go Control or something like that. So, my opponent takes 2,000 for having 5 cards in their hand. Excellent damage. So now I have an attack option with Day Koala, and I also have my Exiled Force. So Exiled Force goes to defense from level limit, and then I'll use the effect to target his set monster. Hopefully it's Magician of Faith, but it was just a Giant Rat. Not a good hit, but it's better to play it safe, especially in my position where I can still hide behind my level limit, my Giant Rat. Don't really want to attack into the Mystic Tomato, so we're just chilling. One of the things that's so powerful about this deck is that it can hide behind level limits while still dealing a lot of damage with the level 3 monsters in the deck. So it's super annoying to play against, and at the same time you're getting burned for not being able to, play cards fast enough. So my opponent activates Ring of Destruction on my Giant Rat, usually indicating that he has an out to the level limit, especially if he's going to attack a couple times. He doesn't want to be blocked by the Giant Rat. So you should watch out for these kind of plays if your opponent activates Ring of Destruction main phase 1, like it's going down. It's probably going down. So he's got the Heavy Storm, unfortunately. I'll chain Just Desserts. Does 500 for each monster my opponent controls, but unfortunately I haven't really had the Ojama Trios or he hasn't summoned anything, so it's only 500, but that's okay. Heavy Storm's out of the way now, so I can definitely start setting more back row and not be too scared. So he goes in for some decent damage here with Deity Warrior Lady and Mystic Tomato. Pretty annoying. I mean, it's the Mystic Tomato and the Deity Warrior Lady are not very good for my Giant Rats to crash into, so good thing I drew Graceful Charity. So I discard a Panda. And what else we got here? A Nobleman of Crossout. Definitely not going to be able to get the Nobleman of Crossout. He's probably not going to set any more cards, and if he does, it's not going to be something that I'm interested in. Nobleman of Crossout. Some of my Giant Rat. Attacking into DD Warrior Lady can just get my guy banished. Definitely not good. And attacking into the Mystic Tomato will probably get him a Don Zaloog, which he'll probably be able to poke my hand with in the next turn, so not entirely sure this position is that great, but Snatch Steal changes the table quite fast. Now I can just attack into his guy and get out any card that I want, and DD Warrior Lady can probably remove anything that he summons, and if it's a Don Zaloog I can just attack over it, so this is excellent for me. Snatch Steal is a very strong spell. The Mystic Tomato pulls out a Sengen, and I'm going to pull out an Injection Fairy Lily. I'm looking for heavy damage here since he's only got one back row, and I'm going to banish his Sengen with the DD Warrior Lady, so it's just, I pay 2,000, but he's definitely going to get chunked fat. So DD Warrior Lady attacks, and I'll have to banish. Takes 500 for the battle. And I'm going to try and go in here for ridiculous damage, but he has Scapegoats. Unfortunate. Here I think I make a misplay. Maybe my search should have been for a Panda just in case he had Scapegoats to deal piercing to it. And it would also leave me in an aggressive position where I can keep piercing if he plays defensive. But that's what reviews are for, I guess. Play another level limit area B. Like I said, most of my monsters here are level 3, so I'm not too affected by this thing. And my opponent playing warrior. Many of the warriors that are used in the deck are level 4, so it's a major hindrance to him. Sets a back row and sets a monster in the in the field zone. So I just move that over for him. I'm looking at the same thing. The back row, the set monster could be some type of spell recursion from the graveyard, which is scary, like Magician of Faith or something like that. Gotta be careful. I choose not to attack into it. I'd just be paying life points basically to kill whatever he set, so it's a little scary. My end phase just desserts for 2,000 damage. Ridiculous damage. So now I just gotta, find some type of piercing dude finally in my deck, but I did koala him. He's got 2 cards in his hand. He's 800. Summon Sengan. I attack with my ninjas hidden in the burn village. And I pass turn. He's just checking his back row, and he decides that he's gonna Mirror Force instead. No, we're just playing for fun in my house. Obviously I'm gonna let it slide, but in tournament, you wouldn't have got away with that. Well, Sengan Search. Get me pretty much anything I want in my deck, and since I can just kill him with a Panda, probably gonna be my choice. Yeah. So if he can't get rid of my Panda this turn, he's gonna be dead, or if he's got no back row to stop it. It has piercing, and it gets stronger for each monster my opponent controls. Mystical Space Typhoon. I'm wide open here.
Emotional damage!
And he summons the Spear Reaper and the Tomato, dealing a chunk of damage to me, but taking away my win condition. So if I get any type of monster here, I could probably still win, but it's the chance that he has to obviously take to survive to the next turn. Draw on set 1, definitely not the best to get here. So I just need a Giant Rat here to crash into the Tomato if he leaves in attack mode, or any Panda out of my deck to pierce into his guys, or any burn card could just take him out of the game. I think putting Reaper in defense position is good here, and attack with tomato is good because it puts me on a clock. If I don't draw something, I'm dead next turn. But it does leave me open for a giant rat. Hey, giant rat in, grab a panda, let's go. Well, it's never too late, but it was a close match. Thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you in the next one.